Hello, and so good to be back live again, 1 week later exactly. This is becoming quite a new thing in a positive way. So, today I'm here to talk about journaling, and I'm here to talk about pacing yourself through the week and the experiment that I did this week in learning how these affect fibromyalgia, chronic pain, chronic fatigue syndrome, basic daily living, and how they can be a benefit or a curse, because you can have all of life activities be a benefit or a curse. It's a matter of how you manage them on daily living. So I normally set up for half an hour, but I don't like to be a half an hour, to be honest. To the point, be done with it. So this last week, right after I got done with our last connection, I went immediately to cleaning because I knew I had strength to do it. And you have to clean your place. It has to be taken care of. And I knew that vacuuming, sweeping was a necessity because if we have allergies in this household. So I went and I cleaned up really good and strong. Okay, and there's 13 steps up and down. And so I went up, went down, went back up. Monday and Tuesday, I felt it. Now, this is fibromyalgia, and I am all about recovery. And I could not do this when I was first diagnosed, but I have learned to pace myself, and I know better. I was thinking all along, this is needed, but boy, I have a feeling I'm going to be paying for it later. And I really did have that feeling. So that's a part of it. And then Monday and Tuesday, I had to do a little something. So I've been working on getting the work that I've been doing, which is collecting recycling, cans, plastics, and bottles. I started working on doing as much as I could with them, although it wasn't a lot, because partially I had already gotten done before last Sunday. I had gotten everything taken care of for the most part, but there was still little remnants left over. And I'm going to give you a show so that you can actually understand what I'm talking about and go in real detail. So then I vacuumed the upstairs and the downstairs. Now, mind you, this is all hardwood floors. There's no carpeting. What I would rather have carpeting. There was carpeting throughout, but they ripped it out, and I'm not privy on that one because I don't own the house. But one day maybe, but right now it's not. So anyhow, so that's one aspect of it. So I then went and did more collecting Wednesday to Thursday, and then Friday I went to my therapist, my physical therapist. Now, mind you, yes, I do recovery specialty. I do all sorts of reviews. This is what I do. I share with people. I help people. I encourage people. I find where the challenges are and how to uplift. Okay. I went to my physical therapist. She got a hold of me and she said, yeah, you know what? You're right. You overdid it. And you acknowledge you overdid it. So now, one, she was proud of me for going and doing something, being active, and really getting something done. On the flip side of that token, she says, now, dial it down. How could you pace yourself? And that's something that I've realized how I can really pace myself. It took me a while because I was like, but it needed it so badly. And let me tell you, it needed it. It's a canister vacuum, it's bagless, and so I was dumping it. I dumped it like 5 times. And this is a big canister. But my family, a lot of them are not able to do what I can do, They're really they don't get around like they used to. They're elderly, for crying out loud, in their 70s, and they don't move around like they did. More couch potato than anything, but I just like, no, I'm not touching that one because, well, love them to pieces, but I saw a 96-year-old in the neighborhood, and I told her, I hope to be as active as you are when I'm 96. She doesn't do a lot, but she even said, eat right and exercise. And she's so right. She gets up out of the bed and she walks up and down the street and does a little bit of gardening, and that's perfect for her. But come on, that's 96 years old. She's doing great. Many 96-year-olds don't move. I mean, even Betty White did great in that arena. She was still moving even at 99. So, anyhow, I'm not digressing totally here because the whole point is movement and exercise and being aware of it and how you're feeling about it and not overdoing it. So, at the end with the therapist, the way she got a hold of me, she literally went and stretched out my muscles and taught me some stretching. So I'm going to pass this on to you. Stretching is like lifting your arm up over your head and pull over your head. Pull. Even down below, same thing. Pulling and lifting up. These are all stretching. And they're really good exercises for anybody, especially those with fibromyalgia. And what I found, it was going side to side and movement, stretching out the legs. Okay, so I'm going to get a different view. So stretching outside like that. Okay, so I've been really moving a lot. I couldn't believe how much I've been getting a lot changed around. So to make this nice and rounded off, after the therapy, but before this, we had some intruders on the property. And therefore, I had to go and I had to pull all of the recycling from outside to inside so that at least I can get it turned in and get it taken care of and get some money in my bank and not lose out. Because the person who came in, I actually happened to have seen them. I'm being stalked when I'm out there doing the work. I found out real comforting. So I, recognized the person. There's no point in reporting they're homeless or something to that effect. I don't know 100%. I'm not going to follow them to where they're going. I just know I watched where they were going so I could kind of have an idea. So we also brought in a heater 2 weeks ago tomorrow. We brought in a computer, and so everything got just kind of shuffled around quite a bit. So there's been a lot of change in the last couple of weeks in this area. So yeah, I didn't do any vacuuming at that time. I was too exhausted from just getting everything straightened up. Now, mind you, the people that I live with, my family, they tend to save things as much as I do. The difference is that I go through and I clear it out too. Not as fast as I'd like sometimes, but I still do it. You have to. You can get overwhelmed if you don't. But pacing yourself and taking the time to do it is so essential. So as I get ready to close this up, I'm going to finish this off here because I'm going to share with you just what I'm talking about, because I want you to understand just what I mean, okay? And there's going to be a lot of it. So I'm being really open, transparent, okay? So these are the stairs that I'm talking about, up and down those stairs, and then pulling in. Now, this isn't all of it, but that's all recycling, cans and plastics. The bottles aren't there, just the cans and plastics. But getting all of that organized, maintaining a pace of going up and down the stairs without overdoing, because it's so easy. Stairs are such an excellent place for getting workout. They really are. Going up and down them, just to walk up and down, is such excellent workout. And then going and vacuuming is just additional workout. But the recycling, getting that out, is also. So it's like, what are you doing to yourself each day? And it doesn't mean a positive thing. It's not a negative thing. It's a being aware thing. So as I bring this all to an awareness, and that's really an open, like, this is vulnerable, totally vulnerable to me and what I'm all about. So I do coaching, life coaching, but I'm also a counselor, a peer counselor, from traumas and from challenges, from stressors, etc. I am conducting a webinar on the 28th of March, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I've titled it Journal to Your Soul, Journal to the Soul. And it's a way of reviewing and getting to know yourself and showing different ways of how to do it. So feel free to chime in if you're interested to learn more. I have posted a link in the description to connect with me on Facebook or on Instagram. I just rechecked my Twitter, but I haven't really gotten totally active on either one of those. I say one of those. There's Twitter and there's one other. Anyhow, I just am starting back into them. So what I'm trying to say is connect with me and let's see about doing a journal webinar. It's absolutely no charge. So hope to hear from you soon. Enjoy and talk with you later.